a line. All right, we got the eye. Timer. Okay. All right. All right. Strip. Really? So it means something like that. Unless the T's right here. It could also be okay. Could start with the R, or the R could be in the second position. T is definitely... Okay, wait. So the R is probably here, unless the T's at the end. This isn't a word. I feel like it's more likely that the R is in the second position. I don't know. We still have the H as well. But it doesn't help us because the T is split, so it's not going to be TH. Okay, that's out of the way. No, but the T's not at the beginning. I still feel like it begins with the R. Robit? The R could also be in the second position. But I feel like it's unlikely because the I is in that fourth. I feel like it's either super obvious or it's a word I don't know. More coffee will help. Get that word out of there. DR. It's fruit. No? Shoot. What? Crow-it? Throw it? What the freak? So, oh, what? Orbit. It's orbit. Here we go, dude. Oh my lord. Dro it is a word? What the freak is that? A right, a law, an aspect to find us. Just rights. Okay, old law. All right. It's a legal right. All right, cool. That's like day 3. We got taken down the other day by oh, what was the word? Shah. I was so mad I didn't even look it up. Shah. The interjection. Shah. Show. Show? Stupid. Anyway, what's up, Bubs? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? We got videos. Got the rest of this video we're gonna watch. And I did have a few other videos I've been looking at, but we'll save them. We also have part 2 of this. So depending on what he's talking about, if he goes beyond the Greek stuff, then we won't watch it, but we'll see. You all set up? Okay. Let's get it. You make sure we got captions on. Turn them up. 1.2. This is Francis Marone. He's a professor in New York somewhere. He's written a bunch of books. Super knowledgeable on this stuff. Yeah. He's a G. I've been stoked on his videos. It's been really fun to learn. But let's get into it. I think we're going to be moving on to Ionic columns. We talked about Doric last time, or he talked about Doric last time. And let's get it. This will be good.
So right here in New York at this a Frenchman.
All right, we're almost to the
Greece published his own book
to the spot
before Stuart and Rivette could publish theirs. So there was this great competition between Stuart and Rivette and Leroy, and man, they
Ionic
really
temples
bad-mouthed each other. But that's a story for another day. Let me simply try to get through the rest of the material as quickly as I can here, so that you can all, dinner. But this is the Ionic order.
He must have been doing this for a class.
Be based on whelk shells. Why not? And this is one of the early great Ionic temples. This is the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. This is a reconstruction of it, which is in Istanbul. Ephesus was in Turkey. And the fourth temple of Artemis at Ephesus is the one which actually has the pride of place in architectural history for having been one of the very small handful of first Ionic temples to be built. But the fifth, which has been reconstructed here, is actually very similar to the fourth.
Dork is cool, but look how elegant the Ionic looks. It's very slender. I like it a lot.
In appearance.
I kind of want to build an
There it is
Ionic.
up close, and you can see the distinctive voluted capitals of the Ionic order. This is the image from Sir Bannister Fletcher's A History of Architecture on the Comparative Method. And you see that it has not only the distinctive voluted capitals, but unique column bases with relief sculpture, which you can study up close. Guess where? At the British Museum.
That's, yep, there we go.
This is the greatest Ionic building of them all, the Erechtheum.
I'm thinking about building the Erechtheum. I have a few reference images. We might do that today.
This Ionic building of them all, the Erechtheum. Lavoie's rendering of the Ionic order of the Erechtheum. I think that the Ionic columns of the Erechtheum are one of the most beautiful things in the history of Western civilization. What a great picture. This is one of those sort of vignettes from the Antiquities of Athens. Just great. But here's the column. Look at the column. This is in the British Museum, where you can really study this stuff up close. And you see how distinctive this is, all the detail. You see, for example, that the abacus is ornamented with an egg and dart molding. You see the volutes, as we call them, of the capital, the sort of scrolled wheels. And you see how precise and tight the channeling of those volutes is. They look like they're really sort of wound tight. You see that wonderful braided band, the bead and reel moldings, which are on the sides of the volutes. You see the necking with the palmettes. And you see that the echinus is an egg and dart molding. Now, these things are not standard in the Ionic order. The volutes are standard in the Ionic order, but there is a whole host of embellishment that goes on in different interpretations of the Ionic order. And this is the Ionic of the Erechtheum, as we call it. And it's a very influential Ionic order, which was...
And they carved this, each one of these carved by hand. That's crazy. The amount of work that goes into this is so nuts.
Widely imitated. But also on the Erechtheum are these things that are column-like, but not actually columns. They are statues in place of columns, female statues in gowns. We call them caryatids. And they are astonishingly beautiful. Study them up close in the British Museum. I mean, you know, Lord Elgin really made away with a lot of stuff. These are actually in Athens. These are in the Acropolis Museum. The originals, which were not taken by Lord Elgin, have been moved indoors, and there are replicas outside. And you can see marvelous caryatids in New York that are to some extent inspired by those of the Erechtheum. They are by J. Massey Rhine at Macy's.
At Macy's.
34th Street entrance.
That's
cool.
This
is a frieze fragment in the British Museum. And again, you see the classical moldings, the palmettes, the bead and reel, the leaf and dart, and the egg and dart moldings. And here we see that Athenian Stuart applied the Ionic of the Erechtheum to a house that he designed on St. James's Square in London, Lichfield House. But Theophil Hansen, a Danish-born architect, was asked to design a new building for the Academy of Athens in 1859. And he employed the Ionic of the Erechtheum, but he also chose to use polychromy in the manner that he thought was used originally at the Erechtheum.
That looks so clean, bro. Man, what I would have given to been able to see these back in the day.
Thing to see. And right here in New York, there is this townhouse, 926 Fifth Avenue, between 73rd and 74th Streets by C.P.H. Gilbert. And what do you have? A beautiful rendering of the Ionic of the Erechtheum. Now, here is my view. when I've looked at the Ionic capitals of the Erechtheum, and then I have looked at the Caryatids, one of the things that I love about those Ionic capitals is the tight channeling, and then the rather fabric-like quality. It's like a drapery, the way that in the center the drapery droops. And then when I look at the Caryatid, I see the woman's gown, and I see that it's falling, drooping, the drapery is, right in the center under her neck, just like in the column. And it's almost at the same pitch as in the column. And then the fabric pulls up and sort of wraps round her breasts, which are like the volutes of the capital. And I am struck. No particular interpretation to place upon this, but I am struck by the parallel between those two things.
You might also say this too, but like the flutes of the capital, the rivets, were also emulated in the Caryatids, like gowns going down. So it's like the Caryatids were like humanized versions of the pillars.
And it's
columns.
they're both just so gloriously beautiful. This is in the Metropolitan Museum of Art from the Temple of Artemis at Sardis, not the one at Ephesus, but Sardis. And here, right in New York, you can study this great, originally 58-foot high Ionic column right in the Met. And you can sort of pick out its elements. It's a very elaborate order, but it isn't anywhere near as beautiful as the Erechtheum columns. And we see them side by side. Just look at that beautiful, elegant way that the volutes sort of lead to that drop in the middle, and then compare it to the one from Sardis, which just by comparison
not as
seems
tight,
so workmanlike.
not as
bottom of the capital.
I was locked in, dude. Look at that.
You see that
that is so clean.
Can be decorated in very different ways. Now, the Temple of the Ilisos is another temple that was illustrated by Stuart and Rivette. It is a very much simpler Ionic order from that of the Erechtheum. But it has, at the abacus level of the column, what we call an ovolo. That word derives, obviously, egg. So it has that egg-like swell, and then that same ovolo molding appears at the tinea. And other than that, the column is very much simpler than the Erechtheum. And this became, see them side by side. You see how comparatively simpler the Temple of the Ilisos is from the Erechtheum. And the Temple of the Ilisos order was sort of illustrated from Stuart and Rivette by people who produced pattern books in America, like Minard Lefevre, and it became the basic Ionic order, which was applied all over the New World. We see it, for example, in this row house on Washington Square North in Greenwich Village. And then there is the Temple of Apollo Epicurus at Bassae in the Peloponnese, which is an intriguing temple because it is the only known temple to employ Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian columns.
But there's only one Corinthian column in there.
This is what its ruin stabilization looks like today. Marble frieze in, guess where? The British Museum. This is the temple plan. Now you'll notice that there are the black dots around the perimeter. Those were Doric columns. And then the columns right in the center, in the interior, were Ionic. But then you notice that lone and lonely dot, which is just left of center between the numbers 2 and 3. That lonely black dot. That was a single Corinthian column. And we see that it was illustrated by the great 19th century British architect Charles Robert Cockerell, who, by the way, was the fella who coined the term Greek Revival. First known use of the term Greek Revival was in a speech or a lecture by Cockerell. And this is Cockerell's rendering of what the inside of that temple looked like. There are the Ionic columns, and there is that lone Corinthian column with a statue off-center just to its right. Now, this was based on very sound conjecture about what this temple actually looked like, and isn't it fascinating? He visited, by the way, Cockerell, Bassae in 1811 to 12, and sort of in the spirit of Lord Elgin, made off with all sorts
And I think they did that. They had the Corinthian column there to indicate that that was the most sacred room in the temple. Like that was the entrance to the most sacred room in the temple.
It's the Ionic order of Bassi, which is so interesting. Here is a third. After the Erechtheum and after the temple on the Ilisos, there is
Dude, look at that too. Even that is so beautiful in the Frisian cornice. Tablature, whatever. Dude, I don't remember what all of these are called, but you know what I mean. That's clean though.
Ionic of the Temple of Apollo Epicurus. We see that order with the sort. I always think of it as this very flouncy sort of Ionic was employed by Cockerell at his most famous building, the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford, but we can see it as well at Union Station in Washington, D.C., and illustrated in an American book, The American Vignola by William R. Ware. So a few things with which to conclude, and I'm going to conclude at some point. Are
Please don't. Please keep
people
going.
use the words anthemion and palmette interchangeably, and I don't think they should. I think that an anthemion is based on honeysuckle, a palmette is based on a palm, and what this means to me is that in the anthemion, the leaves are inward turning. In a palmette, the leaves are outward turning. And then the third thing that you see here is an acanthus leaf.
Inward turning, outward turning. Oh, I see. They turn inward. They turn outward. A little bit differently from the Romans, a little bit differently from the Italians of the Renaissance, but acanthus, it all is, and it has been said that there is nothing that is more distinctive to Western art and architecture than the acanthus leaf. We see it everywhere, but I will talk about it more next week. And to make my point, a Mediterranean dwarf palm on the right with the leaves outward spreading, and an Etruscan honeysuckle on the right with the inward turning. Tombs. Ooh. And we're very nearly done. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus.
Halicarnassus, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, as, by the way, was the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. So tonight we've seen 2 of the wonders of the ancient world. This was a very grand Ionic tomb. And if you want to see statues, probably, we don't know for sure, of Mausolus and his wife Artemisia, got to go to the British Museum.
Gotta go there, bro.
The Mausoleum of Halicarnassus was the model for John Russell Pope's Temple of the Scottish Rite in Washington, D.C. But this, everybody, even more than the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, this is what I call an altar. This is the Pergamon altar in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin. Some of you maybe saw that incredible show at the Metropolitan Museum of Art just a few years ago on Pergamon and Hellenistic art. They weren't able to transport this from Berlin, where much of Pergamon is now to be seen in a wonderful museum, but this altar is absolutely staggering, and it reminds us, the reason that I'm showing it is that the centrality of sculpture to Greek architecture is a key thing, always to bear in mind, and something to bear in mind going forward as we study other forms of classical architecture.
Very cool. You know what they should do, though? They should put like a sky or like blue up here. Make it look like the sky.
Study other forms of classical architecture. And finally, there are these things that we call, now this is another word for which there are variant pronunciations.
Choragic.
I was taught monument 40 years ago to say choragic. But some people say choragic. I was at a conference recently and people said choragic. But choragic. Let's just, for simplicity's sake, say choragic. The choragic monument, Thrasyllus, from Athens. What was a choragic monument? It was a monument built in honor of a choragus, which was a choir master. So this is a simple monument topped off by a statue. And it's interesting because it has something that you don't often see. Normally, Gadi are very discrete. You see the continuous on the left, top left, the continuous tinea, and then the gutti below it, which are, you see a few of them, and then there are none, and then there are a few, and then there are none. It's discontinuous. But bottom right, you see, if you look very closely, where the red arrow is pointing, you see that the gutti are continuous all the way across. This was taken up by Henry Bacon when he designed the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C.
Mm.
The gutti are continuous, and he also employed the wreaths that are to be found on the Karagic monument of Trasilis. So Henry Bacon was probably looking for plates in the antiquities of Athens, and this was as late as 1914. This isn't in the heat of the Greek revival in
So
1832.
sick,
This is in
bro.
1913. There's the statue, and if you want to see the actual statue, guess where you got to go? To the British Museum.
Gotta go there, bro.
And then there are
That'd be
ante.
so
This is
cool.
another thing that I find very interesting about the Karagic monument of Trasilis, and that is that the ante, which are normally in Greek architecture just simple piers, actually are given capitals. And this is where
Coasters.
we sort of see the beginnings of the the pilasters. Sorry. God knows how many times tonight I've said the wrong word, not known that I was doing it. Pilasters that
Blasters.
the Romans would run with, as we shall see. And then there's the Karagic monument of Lysicrates. What a great picture from the Antiquities of Athens. When Stuart and Rivette visited Athens in the 1750s, was published in 1762, but they were there in the 50s, the Karagic monument was actually sort of embedded in the middle of a French monastery. And there's
Wow.
the sleepy-eyed monk in the front. God, what a great picture this is. But this is what
Oh,
it
there
looks
we
like
go.
today. The monastery's gone, but the Karagic monument is still there. What's special about this? It certainly doesn't look like anything special. So much of the detail has worn off over the years. It's a little sad. But this is how Stuart and Rivette figured it looked originally. And what it features so prominently and so beautifully are these things: Corinthian columns.
This is the first
A
one.
very beautiful
Not the
and
first one, but
florid
the first
version of the
incorporated outside
Corinthian
that one
column,
temple.
and I thought that that was the best place with which to conclude tonight's talk about Greek architecture, because the Corinthian will figure very
I don't know if I like that, bro. That's kind of it's doing too much. That's a whole lot there.
largely in the story of Roman architecture. And here we see one of the greatest of all Roman buildings, the Maison Carrée in Nîmes, a building about which I will talk next week. And I very much
Okay.
hope that you will all be back next week
We will.
and for the talks, which have not yet been
Absolutely.
announced, but will be, and that will follow. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you. Hell yeah, brother. That was sick. This is on classicist.org. This is Francis Marone. Yeah, this guy's tight. And he's got a part two. He's got a part two that we're gonna watch.
Everyone, thank you for.
Yeah, I will be back, brother. We got this saved. We'll start this one tomorrow. Oh, it's only 2 parts. Shoot. We'll see what else he has. I'll look him up. I'll do some research on Francis Marone. Maybe he has some other lectures, but very nice. Dude's very cool. Yeah. All right, give me a minute. I'll be right back, and then we'll get into some creative, and we'll do some survival. Yeah, give me a minute. All right. All right. Close that out. Change this. Bam. All right. So I kind of got cooked, Bubs. I did do a little bit of this last night. I made the tapered one again. I made a copy of that so that we could maybe do something else. I'm gonna try to do the lettering today, but I wasn't able to log on last night because my internet just straight up went out. My ISP just, I don't know if they were like updating or something, but went out when I got home and I was like, oh man, what do I do now? No internet? I just went to bed early. And then I overslept, so I feel like junk. I felt like junk this morning. But yeah, let's do this. This is cool. Let me turn on. I don't want to get like caverns going. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do the lettering here. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Oh, I should probably put on symmetry. But for those who don't know, yesterday we were working on this. This is the Hoglin farm. So oh, I didn't mean to do that with the trapdoors there. So basically you stand up here, it's 90 blocks up from the platform. We have it already built in the nether. But Hoglins spawn down here. There's like a little lava thing that they get cooked in. And yeah. So now that I'm thinking about it, the platform would probably have to be in the base. And then the actual needle. Alright, I'm gonna take this. This is the base. The base isn't hollow. I'm not gonna worry about it for now. Just gonna chill. I don't really know what to do for when you get up here. I guess I don't want this. I want it to be in one. Maybe I don't do the border up here. Hold on, let's look at the reference. It's gonna pull up over here, huh? Reference. What did they do on the... Okay, the middle one has a section, and then all these other ones have different cutouts. What does Greek lettering look like? Greek, actually alphabet. There's no C. Alright, I was hoping it would kind of work where we could type. We could use Greek lettering. For the names and stuff. Maybe I'll just do like abbreviations. Let's see. Like if I just did ham. I get symmetry on, so this isn't going to make a whole lot of sense for now. All right, take symmetry off so we can actually do this. That works. I gotta move the V down. I gotta move the letters down one. Yeah. And then you said do Roman lettering. So it'd be 1. One, 2, 7. Oh, that's tough. Doesn't fit. If I do like this. Oh, I gotta do the Roman V. No, it looks like an E. I'm just trying this out. I don't think it's gonna work, but it'd be cool if it did. Yeah, the M doesn't really work. Maybe if it's like that. You want to take out, maybe take out this border here. I think I gotta make the numbers different. That makes sense. That doesn't look bad. That looks kind of tight. Kind of goes hard, not gonna lie. CXXVII, and you could maybe add that to the back or something. Ooh. I didn't think about it as 127. I don't think that's gonna fit. Yeah, I'm kind of digging. You kind of sold me, bro, on the tapered. I was like, as long as I can figure out the letters, I'm chilling. It's looking good though. I might make the top letters smaller. Hold on. I'll test it on this side. Or just taller and skinnier like this. Oh, but it doesn't have a center. Oh wait, I'm just doing it wrong. Wait, can I make it smaller? No, this is the smallest I can go. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I didn't think of it as 127. I wonder... No, that's not gonna work. Let's do this. Turn on symmetry again, so I don't have to do that multiple times. Okay. No, let's do it. It's doing too much. Maybe if I do this. Hey, yo, what happened? You got all messed up. Nope. I guess it got all messed up because I was doing it on the back, maybe? I don't know. Alright. Let's fix this and then do craft boys. Yeah, that's sick. I'm down. Do it. I keep placing them in here. craft boys on this side. Oh, I'm not replacing. Shoot. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I did 6 high? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only did the H too small. Shoot. It's okay. I think we can bring it up 1. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I like the 127. The Roman is fire. Yeah, dude. I kind of just did the Roman V for fun, and then when you said it was tight, I was like, dude. And then this suggestion was tight. 127. Let's see. Start down here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rat boys. Almost did that wrong. Ooh, what if we did this? Fancy F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude, did I do this wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bro. Oh, I just gotta move this up. Am I dumb? I was like, that L doesn't look right. Wait, I can just do this. I can literally move it up 1. Boom. Okay, we're all square. Where did we start on this side? Very top. I can actually do probably like a 2026 too. Got room. Craft. Boys, I don't like that T looking like that. Unless the T goes like this, then maybe. Extend the B. Trying to make the letters a little more fancy. That T's too wide. What would 2026 be? MMXXVI. Maybe we did it small. X. X. Oh, yo, yeah. What if I did like MMXXVI? Because I'm definitely not going to have room here. Good call. Good comms. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's got to be the wide eye. Good call, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Lines above and below. I gotta bump the V over though. We'll see how that looks. Like that. Oh, and all on these too. I don't know. It's like I don't think we have room. That's the problem. Yeah, I feel like it looks better. I'm down to do it on the bottom one, but everything else kind of gets jumbled because it's too small of a space. Maybe I could put like small lines to indicate it. Yeah, not as good. What am I doing? Let's do this. Maybe I can like connect them. And then I kind of like the border. Yeah, I kind of like the border like that. That looks fine. That looks good. That's sick. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks, bro. I don't really know what to do. It's like this bottom space here. And then there's these sides as well, which I feel like we could do this. Oh, you know what else we could do? I'm only gonna do one side in case it's bunk. Oh, messing it up. Do a little checkers. Yeah, bro, that's clean. Infinity sign? Dude. Bro. Hold on. How do I do this without it looking? Wait. Okay. Got like an X in the middle. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. That's tight. I like that. I wish there was a way to make one side look like it's behind. No. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. Forever, bro. Hell yeah. I like these checkers too. I'm gonna clone them. Yeah. I was also thinking doing like alternate colors. Oh, I probably should have flipped the hold on. Flip the checkers. There we go. Oh. Oh, and then I'll do checkers down here too. Like a little bottom border. Yeah, why not add some random color in there? Tough or deep slate could add some contrast to make it look a little gloomy maybe. I'm talking like let me see. I don't know how crazy this would be. Light colored block would look cool too. Let's see what tough looks like, and I'll show you what else I was thinking. I don't know how crazy this would be. Cinnabar. Dude, Cinnabar wouldn't be too bad to gather. How hard is it to get red nether brick wall, though? Oh, I forget. It's going to do the thing where it's not going to connect for whatever reason. But, like, red could be so crazy. And this would be a total pain, but resin wall would be crazy too. Let's see what tough looks like. Maybe tough polished. We have infinite red nether brick. Really? How do you get red nether brick? Looking it up. Is it just you dye nether brick? Two nether bricks and two nether wart. Okay. What about the dark? Dark nether brick. I don't like it as much. Yeah, I'm not about to do resin for sure. That red could be so crazy though. Resin farm would be nuts. I've seen people do it, like when the update first dropped. Low-key, I want to build part of the volcano castle with resin. Also, I didn't realize red nether brick was different than regular nether brick, but I like that. I see. Yeah, it's like a brighter red, which I like more. Doesn't have any glow factor, but it still looks really cool. Even in vanilla too. Oh, another thing I was thinking too. We'll see if this looks good. Soul sand. Need my flint. I don't know if this would... Might also have to start using that more. It could be nice for roofs in the Greek villa instead of mangrove. It's just an option. Dude, cushion. Cushions. I don't know if it's going to be able to pull it up. Look at this, bro. Look at this for tiled roof. This looks crazy. So I'm thinking... Wait till the cushion drops. Oh, it looks so good for tiled roofing. I saw this exact image on like TikTok or something. But that could be I feel like that's way better. Oh, it looks so good. Yeah, I've just been doing acacia and then doing that pattern. Yeah. Dude, cushion when cushion drops, it's gonna be nuts. It's kind of weird when it's like only in snapshot because it's like I don't really care to go in and do anything with that. But Also, it's probably gonna. I hope that the mod developers are on top of this update. There's been so much hype around the cushion that I hope that they're on top of updating their stuff. I don't know if this is gonna work because I don't think it'll be spawn proofed. I just want to see what it actually looks like. I probably do like sea lanterns or something on the top. Wait. Real quick. Just so I can make this faster. Delete that. Go into sea lantern. Boom. And then we'll bump it down. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm not accounting for the fact that the brown is going to be on the sides. Yeah, I don't think this is going to look good. This is some garbage. Resin's cool though. Resin looks like lava. I want to make some resin trim. Like a full silence. Resin trim. That looks so stupid. That looks like a birthday cake. Dumb. Alright. It was worth a shot. Okay. I'm gonna do my name now. I'll change it to... Should I just start doing the red? What's the consensus here? Are we doing the red? Also, I might bump. Might do the checkered here as well. I like the checkered border rather than the single line. I think I would only do the lettering though. I wouldn't do anything else. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, bro, this is looking way cleaner than this. This is looking tight. I feel like the H needs to be... Maybe it's the top that I don't like. Okay, yeah, I like that better. And then the A too. I wonder... I like the other A better. Maybe the L. Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. Oh, it was 20... Wait. VI? No, yeah, it's 26. Okay. Do my name now. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Where's the end? Wait, is this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay, I'm just tripping. I want each of the letters to line up with the letters on the other sides. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit my name. It's like, why do I have more room on this side? There we go. Ooh, I don't know. I'm very close. What the freak? Oh my lord. It doesn't quite fit. Freak. Oh, that sucks. Alright. You know what we'll do? We'll line it up with these letters over here. Not gonna be that bad. One, two, three, four, five. Dude. Even then, it's still very squat. Maybe the... Oh, I'll turn the N a little smaller too. That should be fine. It doesn't look bad. You can tell it gets smaller, but it's okay. Maybe I'll just simplify this. Yeah, no one's gonna care. It's all good. Yeah, I'm kind of being stupid about this. Look, we can do this. We can take stack and just stack it down. And then clone it. Uh-oh, flip it, then clone it. Like that. Frat boys, ham calves, blank backside, psychodemonic. I also liked your idea of putting the what's it? The actual farm, the base of the farm in the base of the obelisk. So I'm gonna fix that. Is this wrong? This feels wrong. I'm just gonna spawn proof this real quick. Fix some of these blemishes here. I'll figure out something to do on this backside. Maybe I'll do like established. What was it? 2024? 2025? I can't remember when we started. Now I gotta use the restroom too, so let me look up here real quick. Yeah, what should I put on the back side? It's like this would be the front, facing the highway. I don't really know what to put on the back here. I also don't know how I feel about these corners. Hold on. Sometimes the controls are here are crazy. I kind of like it like this. Yeah, I kind of like that. I can always undo it before I exit the session, so. Charam Okay. I'll be right back. All right. I think I'm gonna put like EST and then the day or the date that we started. Hold on. How do I even check this? Here. Just in case. I don't want to leak anything. Let's see if we can find the exact date. Go back in the archives. Just scroll all the way up. Oh, so crazy, bro. I wish I could show this. I'm scrolling back in general. It's like when we first found the valley. Dude, the day I joined is when you got your first netherite debris. Oh, never mind, never mind. 2025. March 2025. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. So on March 2025. Roman Noom date March 25. Let's see. For day, month, day, year, I just want month, year, European format. It would just be MMXXB. Okay. Go over to the backside here. Okay. Just thinking. Established. MMXB. I'm gonna do it all vertical. That's tricky. You do mm dash. This is mmmmxxvi or v. I'm gonna start with the date, and then maybe we just have it on the lower two sections here. Oh, hold up. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yo, miscounting here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. I feel like it's. Oh, the M's are too wide. I didn't too wide. And we could do that too. Wait, can we do that? No, it looks silly. I wanted to do the checkers on the sides is why. That's what I'm looking at. Just cut all this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. There we go. Do I not have enough room for the checkers on this side? What's going on? Oh, it's because they're smaller. That's okay. Let's do a border. And we'll do the checkers down here. I wonder if, I guess it has to be a full block, so maybe not. But mobs aren't going to be able to spawn on these, right? I hope not. I don't like that either. Very cool. That's looking nice. That's looking fancy. And then I'll move the established down here. Gotta make them smaller. Or I guess I had to bump it down. I don't really know what to do on this top part here. Also, we're in the dungeons, I guess. Back caverns. Do a border on this one, maybe? No, we can't. Oh, we could, but we gotta... Damn it. There we go. Gotta reduce it. Maybe if it was like... I don't know if this would look good. I kind of like that. That's cool. Yeah, we'll do this. And it works for my thing too, since my letters have to be smaller. Also, I can be a little smarter about this. stack. And we'll hop into survival here in a minute. I'm just, I'm gonna finish this up. So, like I said earlier, I kind of got cooked last night, and I wasn't able to actually log in or do anything. So I don't really know if there's gonna be anything to do. Like fancy R, fancy A. Is the F fancy too? Craft boys. Ladder check. Cam caps. I kind of like this lower A here. Now we'll keep it. We'll keep it up here. It's all good. You gotta adapt the style going down. That's fine. We'll do the same thing I did the other side here. Yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty fancy. Good call. Good call on making this not only tapered, but the letters and all that. Yeah, that's fun. I don't know what to do on this top part though. This is the last section. The last thing. I could probably just do like something like this, right? Like just a little decoration, and then that's call it a day. Yeah, yo. There we go. I'll leave that center part. Yeah, that's tight. I'm stoked on this. I still gotta make the base. So what we're gonna do now, or I guess not now. I might not even go into survival today. So this would be where the platform is. But we might move it down. And then we'll just move the top platform, so instead of it being in the cone on the top, let's have it be down a little bit. As long as it doesn't interfere with any of the letters, it should be fine. Man, I'm kind of tired today. Yeah, I'll figure this out later. It's a pretty good session. I'm pretty stoked on that. Oh, let's real quick. I'll do this in creative too. I'm gonna just bring this in. Bring this into the nether roof. I don't know what the build height limit is. Obelisk. Test. 2. Obelisk. Obelisk. Okay. I think I can actually... Just make a portal here. Pretty sure you can still make portals in creative. Nice. Kind of wish it was flat world nether. That'd be kind of tight. See if this worked. Okay. Okay, cool. Stick. I need a load. Load schematics. Obelisk test 2. Probably be about like that. Ooh, is that? No. What is build height limit here? Uh-oh. That's build height limit. Wait. Did I paste it at perfect build height limit? That's crazy. Yeah, I did. That's nuts. Okay. So essentially I have about like 10 blocks of room that I could do for the base. Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit of a short day today. Got this done though. This is gonna be sick. I'll spend some time offline gathering materials and getting that done. Also on the list, I'm gonna build the track. I've started to dig out the area, so one of these days we'll do it. Do it on stream. I gotta get a ton of redstone lamps. I don't know how to craft these yet. And then let's see, what else did we make? The other day we did the fountain house. It's gonna be cool. I'm kind of remodeling the stoas. Got a little dinky one over here. But yeah, making progress. I gotta make a bunch of these on a grid. Kind of been procrastinating it because we're kind of working on the agora right now, not necessarily the village or city. But we'll get back into it. We got that part 2 tomorrow. And I'll try to do some more work tonight so that we can actually go into survival. But thank you everybody so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Love you, bubs. We'll see you later. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna go make some food and go chill out for the rest of the day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day as well. All right. Peace.